Welcome back to the second segment of the Loveland Report and Loan Arranger Show. We're talking about how rates are plummeting, right, Bruce?
God,
they're plummeting. Private listings don't work. Don't do it. Use the MLS. Use a good realtor. Call me. I'll help you with that. I got some listings real quick, Bruce. This is that house. This is when I think what we're going to have is a busier third quarter, fourth quarter.
I'm already feeling it.
And our sales are going to start to surpass 2024, which is what we need. We need to beat 2023. This has been the slowest year in about 15 years, but these rates will start to take over. And people with the golden handcuffs with the 3 and 4% mortgage is going to go, okay, it's time to sell. Or I can make you a landlord. Call me. I'll teach you how to do that. We'll leapfrog you to another house. But I got a great home here. This home for $259,900.
Don't hear that number very often.
Yeah, 1,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, half acre, no HOA, carport, and a 1-car garage. Plenty of room for your toys, plenty of room to do whatever you want, and that's for $260,000 in Orange City. Then I've got
and that's a single family home too.
Yeah, single family home. No, that's a single family home.
You know, there's a
block.
Great little starter home for somebody that wants to have a little bit of room to move around because it's a half acre. That's not a.
And the only reason, and that's below all the 3 bedrooms. Well, it's 3 bedroom, 1 bath. 3 bedroom, 2 baths are going for, that's the only reason this hasn't sold. We just reduced the price. It's the 1 bath. Anybody with a child, 1 bathroom is a little tough. They got a teenager or something like that. So this one,
hose them off in the backyard.
40 grand less than the 3 bedroom, 2 baths around there. Then I've got one in Hunters Creek. This is a pool home, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet, needs some work. And it's listed at $452,000. This will go soon. It is the best price pool home around. It is about $30,000, $40,000 below all the other houses like this in Hunters Creek. And it's an open plan. You got 3 bedrooms plus a den. And then you've got a pool out back, nice size yard, about almost a 1/4 acre, and 2-car garage. Needs paint, needs some screens on the pool, and it's good to go, Bruce. So it might need a reno loan or ask the seller for closing costs. We'll get you into that one.
Hey, we can even do the other one for $257,000 if you want to add a bathroom to it. We can add a bathroom to it. I got a loan to do that.
Anything can be done. All right. Palisades in Claremont. This is a gorgeous custom home. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths with a pool. $560,000, 1/4 acre lot, 2,700 square feet, double masters. You got the outlaws living with you, the in-laws. You got a double master. You can lock them on their other side of the house in the other wing. 2,700 square feet for $559,900. And then Lake Mary, you're a business owner. You're tired of renting. 5,000 square foot office condo. And there's not many condo. You just take care of the grass. It's not like a traditional condo with $1,000 fees. This is a big unit. Used to be a retail showroom. Be great for like a daycare, doctor's office, lawyer's office, real estate office. $1,630,000 for 5,000 square feet on Lake Mary Boulevard, right on Lake Mary. And then Conway Gardens. I've got a beautiful house here, 3/4 acre lot, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, guest suite, 2-car garage, pool, cabana out back by the pool, 3,100 square feet for $700,000. And this is 4 bedrooms, 4 baths with a pool. And then an enormous lot. You could build onto a tile roof. The roof was replaced a couple of years ago after a hurricane. So that's all done. One thing about tile roofs nowadays, they get close to that 40 years, makes your insurance tough. But this one, the roof is new.
You know, and I don't understand that because mine's concrete. Is it going to go somewhere?
It's the underlayment underneath the tile, the way they used to do it, the old ones.
I'll give you.
And then we go to the Highlands in Winter Springs. I've got one for $495,000. New roof, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, $100,000 renovation on the inside of this, Bruce, 2,000 square feet. And then, I already did that one. That one's under contract. So you want to take a look at these listings, or you'd like to have your house on the radio, 407-352-8118. Realtors, all of my listings pay a healthy co-broke.
Isn't that the smartest thing? You know, I've got a transaction. I'm working with one of Cleve's buyer's agents right now and it was one of my clients I referred over, and Camille's taking great care of her, but they found a home, and this listing agent was only wanting to pay 1% to the buyer's agent on that. I'm like, this is the person that actually has somebody that wants to buy a home, and you're not going to pay the person that brought the deal there.
Well, and that's the buyer, and that house is priced right. And it's funny, it's been on the market for a while. I looked at
117 days.
And it's been on the market that long because there's no co-broke, and the realtor's not smart enough to explain that to the seller to get that done.
Yeah.
And it's not that the buyer's fine paying us, but the buyer doesn't have the cash.
Disserviced on that too. Nobody benefits from that.
Yeah.
So pay a handsome co-broke. So listen,
you'll sell faster.
I wanted to talk to you about, first of all, about there's always opportunities when people are in fear. You know, Warren Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. So here's the thing. Right now, interest rates have come down, but still people have that apprehension. Okay. They think they should be better. They think they're going to get a lot better. Do you know that interest rates were predicted by the Wall Street Journal to get worse by the end of the year? By
Worse,
a quarter
really.
of a point?
Rise this fourth
Worse.
quarter,
By
rising
the
in the
end of
fourth
the
quarter.
year,
Because we're in the fourth quarter, right?
this is the first day of the last
That's right.
quarter.
Yep.
That's correct. So, or that was the first week of the last quarter is what I
Yep.
should say. So Wall Street Journal says it's going to get worse. Okay. That's even with Fed cuts. So mortgage rates could get worse. And a lot of these people that have been sitting on the fence are waiting for rates to drop only to get pushed back.
Yeah.
And if that happens and you did not refinance, because I had several people that I'm like, I had one guy, I'm saving him $370 a month. He goes, that's not enough. I'm like, it's not enough to save $370 a month on your
that's
payment.
a car payment.
Your break even period was like 16 months. It was insanely low.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. If your break even period is less than 36 months, it's generally a go.
Yeah.
Now, some folks I have in here that are sitting on the border. So I set their loan up. I get them fully ready to go. We have the file all set up. I've got all the docs that we need. And then we put them on a wait list. And I have a trigger that says this client needs 5.25%.
Or needs their credit score to this.
Or but my trigger is for rate, right? So if you are looking to refinance, first of all, get on my VIP list. Let's get the application made now. The list is now being converted to applications. So now is the time to do it. I'm not telling you now is the time to refi. I'm telling you now is the time to get off the list and onto the application so that we're closer, because the last 3 opportunities that we've had for refinances lasted 1 to 3 days. That's all it lasted.
Yeah.
So you've got to get on that list.
Because on a refi, you've got to lock them in right then.
I need to know if I don't, I have to lock them in when the client wants to lock in. So I put you on a list. So right now,
but you need all their docs.
I need all their docs.
Okay.
I need all their docs. I'm not going to lock in a rate. Then the only thing I need is an appraisal. And you know that a lot of these I get appraisal waivers on them. So we don't even need the appraisal on some of them.
Yeah.
That might be your case. But here's the thing. I'm the only idiot that's telling people to wait. All the other lenders are going,
it's got to be
do it
worthwhile.
now, do it now.
They need the business.
So I know it probably isn't the smartest business model that anybody ever had by telling people to wait, but it's the truth and it's the right thing to do. And here's the thing. You know who's getting scammed? You know who the scammers are going after?
VA veterans, because that's the easiest
if
refi
you're a
out there.
veteran right now and you've got a VA rate, you're eligible for a VA streamline refinance, but you can only do a streamline refinance every 241 days. So what these lenders are doing is saying, I can save you at no money out of pocket. I can save you $120 a month, $200 a month. Yes, anybody can, but you might need to wait just a little longer to get a little better deal. Some of them will, some of them should, some of them shouldn't. But what they do is they lock them out, because as soon as you do that, no one can refinance them on a streamline for 241 days.
Oh, wow.
Now, if that rate drops more, you screwed the veteran. And a lot of these companies are doing that, and they do it intentionally to take the veteran out of the market.
And they'll call them again in 8 months and 1 day and do it again.
If
that's not the right
it.
time. Yeah.
You better believe it.
Yep.
So don't do that.
Well,
call me. Listen, if you don't think I'm the most reputable lender, then don't use me. There is no one that you can find. There's no lender that cares more about his clients than I do. I don't know any. I mean, believe me, I've interviewed them as loan officers. I don't know anybody that truly looks at the client and goes, you know what, Bill, I think maybe we should do this and that. Well, I know, but I really want to do something right now. Okay, we can do it right now, but here are the benefits of waiting. Nobody does that. They don't do that. They just want to get the client in and get them out and churn the client. And I just think that's the wrong thing to do. So if you're looking for somebody that's going to give you an honest opinion, then call the loan arranger. I'm in your backyard, 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com.
All right. Cleve Loveland, 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com. With these rates improving, I'm looking for this fourth quarter to kind of be a little busier than last year's fourth quarter.
I think so.
I think
it'll definitely be for us on refis. If you know anybody out there that is talking to somebody about refinancing, have them shop me. Believe me, send them over to me. I'll start with a soft credit pull. We don't do a hard credit pull to get started. Here's another thing. Buyers need to realize that this is the opportunity right now. You've got lower rates. You can buy them down. There's 3.5 homes on the market for every one buyer that wants to buy right now. If that's not the signal for all of you to jump in the market, I don't know what is. So if you are one of those people that are like, I just want to wait for the new year. I just want to wait for this. I just want to wait for that. You may miss the best.
Looking at my numbers,
ever.
Bruce, the report I get from the board, the one thing that has been declining, the good news of what's been declining, the number of sales has slightly ticked up. It's still not ahead of 2024, but the number of new listings is 10, 15% less than last year. Those new listings are not coming on, which is what we need. So inventory will drop. And it will, next segment, I want to get into a couple things about time on the market and how long it should take. But you've got to have somebody that knows your numbers, can help you. What's right for you? When is your lease expiring? What's the best time to get into a new home? I've got deals with some builders. We'll pay your lease termination fee if you buy new construction, things like that.
Absolutely.
So, and how are your builders doing on new construction?
Builders are doing great. Matter of fact, I know that you are working with the new builder, Hardison Homes. I'm actually meeting with them Monday morning, and we're going to see if we can get them all set up so we can help them sell more homes, because they've got some beautiful homes, and a lot of them are priced in the first-time home buyer, entry-level price point, and they build a beautiful homes. And then we got Trinity Family Builders. They got communities all over Central Florida, and they will pay up to $35,000 towards your closing costs when you use the loan arranger. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid deal.
It is.
So, and you know what? Sellers need to understand that is what are you competing with? If you're competing with a builder, how are you going to compete with that builder? Right.
Yep.
So you need your house to look like it, and you're always
Well, this is what's important. Yeah, you got to. Is there a builder within a couple miles of you selling the same size home? What's the how much are they giving to closing costs? I mean, some of the builders are at like what, 20, 30,000.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
Trinity will pay $35,000 when you use my services.
So that's really interesting. And one thing I did see coming down, and this will tighten up supply too, the number of new housing starts. Now, this was nationwide. New housing starts are down. That's the builders adjusting. They don't have as many homes.
That means that's permits.
Now, I was just working on, they're slowing things down, but I just was working on one for Hardison. And what's interesting is they had just enough inventory, and they had a buyer thinking about, one of my buyers I was working with was thinking about one of the houses, and they're like, hey, you got to go to contract. We got somebody else looking at this. So they know their inventory. They know where it should be, and they're not going to get caught. And that's why we don't have any distress sales.
That's why
now.
They don't have a lot of inventory. They just have enough.
Yeah.
And that's a delicate balance, because sometimes people don't want to wait 10 months to build a home. They want something that they can move into right now. And if you don't have the inventory, you could be in big trouble. Trinity Family Builders has tons of inventory. We got over 100 inventory homes in Central Florida right now that are move-in or almost move-in.
They got subdivisions from St. Cloud up to Eustis,
Leesburg, St. Cloud, Eustis,
Claremont, Groveland.
Now we got Deltona in the mix. We've got
nice.
St. Cloud, Claremont, Mineola, Groveland, Leesburg. I mean, they got them all over.
So anybody talking about, they could have a 5% fixed rate. Easily.
Absolutely.
Right.
You can buy that rate down on FHA or conventional with 10% or more down. You can buy that rate way down. And we offer all those programs to help you, so we can really offset affordability. Hey, listen, we got just a minute before our next break. Why don't you go ahead and talk about what we've got going on coming up?
Next segment, we're going to talk about how long it should take to sell and how to coordinate selling and buying at the same time when you're doing that. How do you sell your old house, buy your new house? Are you in limbo? What's going on there? We're going to talk about that. You have questions for me, you can always call me at 407-352-8118.
Or the loan arranger at 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. We're going to talk about interest rates and how they affect you, and what you can do to take advantage of this market and where the opportunities lie. We also have Hometown Heroes still available, so don't go anywhere. Cleve and I will be right back.